Last time we spoke, you were talking about trying to learn Korean, and I've always seen just passively how you really loved like the fashion, everything like that. How's that progress been? Have you been learning Korean or anything like that? You said you would last year.
Shit.
You're gonna rewatch your 4K?
I just saw a clip of it.
Bro, that was crazy. What the fuck were you on, brother?
I don't even think a single one was looking at me.
Really?
Like the first three weren't looking at me.
Oh, okay, gotcha. No, because I was surprised because you had 4 bullets and then you just went all 4, which is kind of wild.
Yeah,
honestly.
we kind of like set up a fight and it was like we either win or lose on that fight, so just kind of like ran it down.
Yeah, no, that's sick. That was the first time I've seen you actually like really react to a whole play.
Yeah,
so.
I usually don't hit clips like that. It's like my higher end of clips.
No, that's fair. Hey everyone, Seijitsu in here. I am here with 100 Thieves Cryo after their series against 2G. Pretty insane match for you. You've been playing lights out in stage 1. I mean, just talk to me about that game and how you felt after that, and yeah, just thoughts.
Talking about this game, do you want me to hold this or you go?
No, I can go back and forth.
Okay, I'll just hold it.
Alright.
Sorry, it seems awkward.
No, it's all good. Yeah, there you go.
Talking about this game, I think we're just kind of like rolling off the momentum that we've been building up so far in stage 1. So, I mean, overall, like our whole like atmosphere and energy pretty high, confidence pretty high. So we're just kind of like going with it and trying to like maintain this like level.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're just taking it game by game.
Yeah, so something I actually did want to talk to you about is this whole process aspect that Tony and just the entire team has always kind of run through whenever they answer media after losses. In the past month, especially after the Sentinels series, it feels like 100 Thieves has been really kind of ramping up, and we've kind of been seeing them shades of what you were in stage 1 2024. What was the team really working on in the past week and a half to really ramp up that process?
Week and a half, I think it was just kind of focusing on the micro part of the play and not the macro. So sort of like team play, incorporating teammates in your play, playing off teammates, having good awareness to like recognize like, you know, your teammates flooding in behind you, like making sure to stay alive type thing. So yeah, I think past week and a half, that's been our main focus. But I mean, we cover a lot, so yeah, it's kind of hard to like narrow down.
No, it's fair. And I mean, to try to narrow it down, something that I was noticing a lot is that it feels like it's a lot easier for you to get kills or be put in positions where you can just focus on the aim, and that's why you've been popping off. In terms of the micro, is there a certain teammate that you've been really working with specifically to kind of improve that? Have you been working with EU a lot to just get information so that you could be placed into these positions?
No, I wouldn't say it's a specific player. It's kind of like our whole like general goal this past like 2 months, I guess. It's been like a really big goal. You know, like in scrims, we can like practice like individual peaks. You know, you can go for those like individual plays, or, you know, you can do whatever you want. But like we really want to get the reps where you're like really trying to play off one of your teammates. So it'll be like a more realistic rep on what a match day would look like for us. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's about an individual player. It's just like all of us are constantly working on it together.
Sorry, I think I kind of missed that. How do you get these realistic reps of scenarios that maybe are hard to kind of prepare for? How do you even kind of just kind of prepare yourself for situations like that?
Yeah, so like in scrims, like the easy way out is to just peek by yourself, you know? Like if you're in pressure, like the natural reaction for like almost every player is to rely on their mechanics and they're just going to swing. Mm-hmm. But for us, I mean, don't get me wrong. We have days where we just like peak for fun in scrims just because it's like scrims. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like a more like less pressure environment. But we have scrims where we try to really focus on like not going for the easy way out, trying to like problem solve and like incorporate your other teammates into a play. Mm-hmm. So there will be like more big team fights and less like individual like peaks.
Was that something that was being worked on in 2024 as well with the primary core, or even when you joined 100 Thieves? When did this aspect of kind of incorporating your team more into these peaks instead of going off of intuition come into the system?
Definitely think it was in 2024. After our first win this year against EG, I said it in my tweet, it kind of made me reminisce about like our run when we won stage 1 last year. Our overall, like how we played off each other, our team play, our comms, it felt like a lot like last year. So for me, that was a really kind of like a turning point for me this year. I just felt like super confident in each other and my whole team.
That's actually really interesting because I was really going to ask about that. Because last time we spoke before, you were really reflecting on how good you were in the final for stage 1, and everything felt like it was working for you. It's really interesting to hear that a lot of it goes to just really reflecting on a tweet and then it kind of reigniting emotions like that. Did that make you want to really lock in and practice a bit more, or just focus on the systems of how you get back to, confident cryo? Like, why did that tweet inspire you so much, if you could go more in depth with it?
I wouldn't say that tweet specifically is kind of what like made me like think about it. I think just overall, like I'm just enjoying the game more, just because I mean, like just as a team we're kind of reaching like towards our peak form, which is kind of like last year's stage 1 run. Yeah. So it's just a lot more enjoyable. People get involved in plays. I think during kickoff, I would say like we would do a lot of individual peaks, and then you can't really incorporate your teammate if you die. So if you lose the 50-50, you're kind of like fucking your team. They can't really get incorporated in the play. They can't really get into the rounds. So some people just get like they're not really active at all. But this year it just feels like everything's just like coming into place. You've
been really talking about this aspect of incorporating your team in any plays that you do. When I look at the group of 100 Thieves, I kind of view it as a lot of extroverted personalities that are very talkative, and then you'd kind of like sit back more and just kind of observe what things. In 2025, because of this, do you feel like you've had to talk more in comms in order to make these plays happen, or do they kind of just know because of certain situations that you've practiced?
I would say it's a mixture of both. Like my teammates know how I'm going to play certain situations just because of, we've been playing with each other a long time. We practice with each other every day. Yeah. So at that point, what your teammate's going to do in like a certain situation. Like if I know that like Peter is getting like pushed, like I know he's going to play his life and like jiggle and wait for his teammates to come. It's like tendencies like that where you pick up on. But also this year, I think I've just grown a lot more as an individual. I think my comms have gotten a lot better. I think it's just more like individual growth, but it's like a combo of both. Yeah.
I want to ask you about that individual growth, because like on top of even just playing longer and getting it situated and everything, I feel like even going from when you were in X set as like an 18, 19-year-old to being like 22 now, right? Let's actually just talk about that growth a bit more. Is it growth more so just related to game, or more so just adjustments to your lifestyle and how you've just grown as a person outside of even Valorant?
I think it's definitely like both, like a lot of both. I mean, obviously now like I'm playing so many more agents than I was back then. I'm in a like currently in a system where we kind of rely on each other to talk more and play off each other. It's just like the game has just grown where people are just a lot better now than back then. So you just kind of have to like adapt and just be with the change.
It seems like all of that and just growing as a person, kind of mixing everything together, has helped you be able to remain in this quote unquote flow state, or just be confident for longer periods of time compared to before, where we'd kind of see little spikes of like best duelist in the world versus not doing as well. Would you kind of agree with that a little?
Are you asking like, what are you like specifically asking? Sorry.
Yeah, it's more so just this aspect of you feeling more confident in your play because of all the growth that you've made, so then you don't go through these inconsistent spikes of feeling confident and not feeling so great in your play.
I think, yeah, I mean, I feel a lot more confident in myself nowadays. But I mean, overall, I feel like over my career, if I feel confident in my team and like our whole like system and how we kind of like, and how we view and play the game, I think naturally I'm just going to play better in the server. Just because like, I mean, this game is a lot of mental, to be honest. So, I mean, like I said, if I'm confident in my team, then I'm pretty confident in myself.
All right, I've just got a couple more questions for you. One more. Last time we spoke, you were talking about trying to learn Korean, and I've always seen just passively how you really loved like the fashion, everything like that. How's that progress been? Have you been learning Korean or anything like that? You said you would last year.
Shit. I haven't. No, not yet. But like, I picked up guitar.
Oh, you did? Oh, sick. Wait, do you have any videos or what have you been learning?
Right now I'm learning just like playing like specific songs. I'm not really learning like, I don't know how people traditionally learn guitars. I don't know if they start with like scales or like notes.
Scales.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, I have a background in music, so I'm like pretty familiar.
Saxophone, right?
I play clarinet, French horn, and piano.
Nice.
So like I'm pretty familiar with music, but right now I'm just like learning whatever song I want, just because it's like fun and I like the sound of it.
All right, dope. We'll talk more about that in the future. I'll bring a ukulele to VCT Americas and just vibe out. All right, take care. Peace.